This is ENME 351 Lab 8. Here's the comparator. As you move the potentiometer, the light will dim and brighten depending which way. Here's the work for the non-inverting amplifier. Using Kirchhoff's current law, we can gain an expression for nodal analysis for each of the nodes. So when doing the analysis, we get 0 minus Vn over R1, which is equal to negative V out minus Vn over R2. And then doing algebra, we can solve for the gain, which is just V out over Vn, which equals 1 plus R2 over R1. Here we have the unity gain amplifier, arduino code. We set the pins A0, A1, and A2 as inputs, and then in the void loop we have Vin set as A0, V negative as A1, and V out as A2, and we're analog reading each of the pins and displaying them on the serial monitor. Here's the circuit. We have the potentiometer. We have the 3 analog pins. The oscilloscope. You see that the 3 lines follow each other until you get down below around 2 volts, which shows us that the output voltage can't follow the input below from 0 to 5 volts. Here's the circuit for the inverting op amp. As you can see, the amplifier's there, potentiometer, we have a voltage divider right there, and then we have right here the code. The only thing different is we added in the A3 for the 2.5 volt input, and we're just analog reading that again. If we run our oscilloscope, we see that we have the 4 different lines. As we move input, the voltage out is inverted from whatever the input is doing, and it's bounded between those 2 voltages because of the non-ideal nature of it. Here's the work for the integrating amplifier. We set V plus, which is equal to V minus, which is equal to 0, and then doing with the capacitor, we did current law to get Vn minus V minus over R, and then V out minus V minus over Z sub C, which is the resistance of the capacitor, and then doing, since V minus equals 0, and then doing algebra, we get a V out of V in over the J over WC, which the J is the imaginary number, times R, or the negative 1 over RC integral of V in with respect to time. Alright, here is the integrating circuit. The only difference between this circuit and the previous inverting was that we replaced the voltage divider with a 4.7 kilo ohm resistor and a 10 microfarad capacitor. And once we run our processing, adjusting the potentiometer does this, similar to the inverting, over